Good morning. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez. I'm giving you an update. The time now is 11:33 as we are seeing more counties added to that severe thunderstorm watch. Now it includes Harris County, Fort Bend County, Grimes County, as well as Washington counties at the current moment. So keep that in mind that we are seeing some storm activity starting to ramp up as we head into those afternoon hours. And any storm that does flare up does have the risk of a 2-inch wide hail, damaging winds. And we are seeing a little bit of a tornado threat with these storms as these storms move up to the north of us. So we have today's rainmaker, that low pressure system that's situated across the panhandle, but that's in combination with this warm front that is moving up to the north, and we're seeing storms form along that warm front boundary, and they're moving northward. And as they move northward, we're seeing them increase in size as well as increase in intensity across the Houston area. So looking at what's going on right now, we are seeing they did just cancel that severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for extreme northern areas. That was just north of Huntsville, but the National Weather Service has just now issued a special weather statement for portions of Harris, Chambers, and Liberty counties that we could see some pea-sized hail with that storm that is falling to the east of Houston along the I-10 corridor. So Baytown, you were dealing with some storm activity within the past possibly 25 to 30 minutes. Now we're seeing that storm is now over Mont Belvieu, Moss Bluff, portions of Liberty County dealing with this storm. And as we do the loop within the past hour, so if you are watching from Liberty, this storm is about to enter your area within the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. And so we are expecting a good over 100,000 people that are encompassed in this special weather statement that has been issued from the National Weather Service. So we did have those downpours and those storms move through the Houston area. Right now, Houston is dealing with a little bit of a break that we at the current moment. There is a couple of downpours moving along 290, but just keep in mind that we're still going to continue to see these isolated storms move in from the south. We're also tracking the storms that are moving in from the north. So we have storms moving in from the south and north, and that is going to potentially give us that tornado threat as that warm frontal boundary comes in contact with that weather maker that's up to the north of us. So right now, very widespread scattered showers and storms all across 45, even the Dallas-Fort Worth area dealing with much rain and storms. So a large portion of Texas dealing with this very messy weather as we head into the afternoon hours. As we increase those temperatures for the rest of our afternoon, those increasing temperatures are going to provide some fuel for some of these storms to become strong to severe. We've already seen that within the past 25 to 30 minutes. So just keep that in mind and always make sure you have 2 ways to receive those weather alerts as we go into the next several hours. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a stormy day here across Southeast Texas and across Houston. So just keep that in mind, that have those plans indoors at least through the 8 p.m. hour, because we are expecting this to last at least through the rest of our afternoon with this storm potential. We are dealing with that flooding risk for areas north of Houston, but one thing to note here is that these storms have that severe weather risk. So we could get some hail and some possible damaging winds and an isolated tornado or rotation with some of these storms as we progress throughout the afternoon. Our futurecast does show increasing activity as we get closer towards the 1:30 p.m. hour. That does include portions of Harris County as well as the Woodlands. Most of this strong storm activity is going to be north of I-10, north of downtown Houston. So anywhere north of I-10 along 45, it's all fair game in terms of getting a strong storm in those afternoon hours. As we progress throughout the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hours, we're still going to see that severe storm risk and those strong storm threat to be in the picture at least through 3 p.m. We're not going to really see that weather risk decrease or get out of the area at least until possibly 8, 9 o'clock. We're going to have a little bit of a break in the overnight hours. However, this low pressure system that's bringing us all this this active weather is going to be lingering around into Monday. So we do have another round of some strong storms into Monday afternoon with also a severe weather threat. So we have another round of storms possible tomorrow afternoon as well, and we could see some damaging winds with that. But we are expecting our the flash flood watch to still be in effect for our northern areas, the areas that have received all of that rain, and we're dealing with the catastrophic flooding within the past week. And so just keep in mind that it's not going to take much rain to trigger those flash flood warnings or that flash flooding threat across our area. So we could get up to 2 to 4 inches of rain in some locations, and just keep in mind that flash flooding and river flooding is possible along those major rivers. You have the Trinity River that's going through Cleveland, Liberty County, and then you have the San Jacinto River that stretches all the way crosses 45, moves southward into Lake Houston. That very well could see some flooding as well, as we are still dealing with very saturated soil. So if you're just now joining this stream, just keep in mind that the National Weather Service has just added more counties to that severe thunderstorm watch that it goes into that's still in effect. It's going to expire at 3 p.m. Main threats include 2-inch wide hail, damaging winds, and some possible isolated tornadoes. We could see some rotation with some of these storms as we progress throughout our afternoon. The new counties does include Harris County. That does include the city of Houston. We have Fort Bend County, Grimes County, Washington County, as well as Trinity County, or Liberty County rather, but expecting those conditions to remain a bit more active as we head into the next few hours. I know I did a stream earlier this morning around 10 a.m. and just keep in mind that things are changing as we progress throughout the day. So keep in mind to pay attention to when this live stream is posted, because that information could be very well outdated, as we could be dealing with another different situation as we progress throughout our day. So we had some downpours moving through the Houston area. Just to kind of recap what we've been seeing for the past couple of hours. There is a special weather statement that is in effect for portions of Chambers, Harris, and Liberty counties. We could see some pea-sized hail with that storm that is now moving east of Houston along the I-10 corridor. You're seeing some heavy rain. You're hearing some rumbles of thunder, some dangerous lightning with this storm near Mont Belvieu, as well as Herkimer, just towards the east of us. And just keep in mind that Liberty, you are about to get this storm within the next possibly 10 to 15 minutes. So there is some pea-sized hail with this storm, as well as some 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I'm going to go ahead and look at our wind parameters to see the latest update in terms of what we're looking at in terms of the wind speed. So wind speeds really not too impressive at the current moment. We're just definitely seeing some just those gusts between 30, 35, 20 miles an hour. So we're not dealing with any rotation at the current moment. So this storm just has that dangerous lightning, heavy rain, large hail threat, as well as that flooding risk along the Trinity River at the current moment. So just keep that in mind, that we are still continuing to watch this situation play out as we progress throughout the rest of our Mother's Day afternoon, and we're doing our best to keep you updated as well as safe across the Southeast Texas and across Houston area for the next few hours. And expect this risk to be in effect at least until the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hours, and then storms will be diminishing throughout the rest of our night and into the overnight hours. So just to recap there, looking at conditions right now, not seeing too much impressive storms right now across Houston proper, but there is that strong storm that's course towards the east of Houston along I-10. So if you have any travel plans across the city of Houston, just keep in mind that strong storms are definitely there north of the Houston area along 45, and they just issued a flood warning for portions of 45 near Centerville if you are headed towards Dallas. So these storms are stretching as far north as across the Dallas-Fort Worth area, as well as just along the I-35 corridor out in central Texas. So it's Waco, Belton, dealing with widespread rain and storms, and we're seeing our dose of storms here across the Houston area. So definitely keep in mind and keep your eyes peeled for those storms, because we do have a hail threat. You don't want to be out on the roads if that hail starts getting large, because you can get some major damage to your car. I've been a part of that hail damage to my car when I worked out in West Texas. They almost totaled my car. They will total your car, just FYI, if the hail damage is significant. It doesn't seem like it will be, but keep in mind hail damage to your car is not what you want to deal with. So if you want to prevent that, definitely stay weather aware and not on the roads as we are dealing with some of these storms a bit more stronger. Not seeing any of that hail threat right now here across the Houston area, but we are seeing these storms give some hail potential for areas off towards the east, especially in Mont Belvieu as well as north of I-10. Right now, all the severe thunderstorm warnings have expired. There was warnings that were in effect north of town, but we're going to continue to see this activity play out, and we're going to see these storms, these hit or miss rain showers and storms meet in the picture at least through the rest of our afternoon, at least until the 8 p.m., 9 p.m. hour. So stay weather aware for today and tomorrow, but we're not really expecting that threat to diminish at least until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That's when we could still see some lingering showers and storms. But as that warm front that is moving in from the south, we have storms moving from both directions. We could see some rotation with some of these storms as we progress through the warmer parts of our day between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. So definitely stay weather aware for today as well as for tomorrow as well. So for your 7-day forecast, temperatures in the 80s and 90s. If this 7-day loads on my computer, taking a little bit time to load, and that's okay. But we are expecting these storms to last at least through 8 p.m. There we go. 90s, 80s, 90s. We're not going to see a break until Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we do have another storm threat for Thursday. Another weather system is going to be moving through, bringing us more chance for showers and storms by the end of the week. So we're dealing with a very active severe weather season here across Texas, as well as that flooding risk for us as well. So stay up to date with your weather forecast on KHOU.com as well as on the KHOU 11 weather app. Happy Mother's Day and be safe out there. If